ringer would shut that off, but it didn't. Okay, whatever. So, oh, that's another thing. Let's go ahead and show everybody what the new map looks like. So people, both citizens, supporters, and our viewers, what our map looks like. Let me get to it. Because this is what our Queen of Manix map looks like. Okay, here we go. Because I don't know if I showed it to everybody yet. So in our previous legislative session, we have proposed to change the maps again, like I said, to merge 7 other counties into only 2, and that's what we did. And we made it where more counties can only be made if it's if the population has reached 20 or over. So you know, there's 20 people in one county, then another county must be created. And I think I just came up with another proposal too, which will actually sound really, really fair. So I might actually do that. So I'm going to propose that, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to leave it as a surprise for the legislature. It's not the secret. Everyone's going to see it anyway, but I just want to make sure if it's a thing I want to propose. But it is going to sound fair to the people at the same time, because technically what we're doing with these federal counties is technically what people would call redistricting. No one likes that. So I want to make, if that's how we're going to do our federal counties, at least in our current state, then I got to make it where the people will actually get involved in it. So I'm gonna work on something like that, but so I'll figure that out later, because I'm already working on another bill, of course. So and this one's a budget one, so that means we're gonna be spending money. So yeah. That's it on that one. Right, so let's show the map. I forgot to do the thingy. Do this, do that, and do this, and do that. Alrighty. So here's the map. Here we go. Here's the map. So here is, in America, you would call it Jefferson County, Kentucky. So it has been split into 2. This is the border that we have negotiated on to create the new borders for the 2 counties. So on the left, right here, is Floyd Federal County, which has the list of all the things that, you know, who lives in where, and the population is 19. So there's 19 people in Floyd County. And then on Lavender Federal, over here is Lavender Federal County. The population's actually 3 now, because we got a new citizen and she lives in Lavender County. So, but yeah. So Lavender County has 3 people. Over here's our legend. So the population reaches above 5, which will probably be in Lavender Federal County's case. If the population in Lavender reaches over 5, then it'll become a new green color. And then, of course, there and there. So obviously, you know why that Floyd County is that color. Because the population is above 16, but not above 20 yet. So it's actually, if it gets one more citizen, it will become a red density level. But you know, we never had a population over 25 as of yet. So, and because of that, you know, I haven't made a extra color thing for populations. So if we stretch out here real quick, so you can know what county is which. So everything that's on the east side of this line border right here, that my hand is following, that is everything on this side is Floyd, everything on this side is Lavender. So, and the colors should help too. So over here is Owen County, Kentucky, or Owen Census Designated Place. This is where we have 2 citizens, and over here we only have 1. And I'll tell you who that one is. It's me. I'm the only one that's on this side of Jefferson County that is a citizen. The other two citizens are in this CDP. And if we stretch out here, another part of Lavender County, which is further away. Now, and you might be wondering, why did we include this land? This county, called Carteret County in North Carolina, this is where our island that we want is located. Let's see. I mean, I can go ahead and show y'all where the island is. I just gotta find it. I won't lie to you. It's not as easy as you think. Ah, there it is. Right there. That's our island that we want to get.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It kind of looks smaller on the map.
Yep. Because it is. You know, on satellite view, of course, it's a small island. It's only 62 acres. The big one that we want, first, if I can find it, I think the reason we can't find it is because of how this map is. I might actually change the map because the only reason why the map is like this is because of editing reasons. So let me see if I can make it where there we are. Yeah, it looks better.
Actually looks really cool.
Well, yeah, it's realistic now, so everything you see is what it looks like right now. Well, sort of. So Bell's Island is right there. That's Bell's Island right there. That's what our island looks like from satellite view.
Oh, and it's actually close to the actual land.
Yes. Of course, we might get a lot of criticism because of that, because it's so because of it being on the western side of this coastline right here, everyone's going to think, well, it's not really out in the ocean, but actually it is out in the ocean because I definitely know that all of this is saltwater, so it is an ocean, just not out in the ocean. So of course some people are going to be concerned about that because it's like, well, then how will do this and do that? Well, guys, that's what you call a negotiation with whoever the president of the United States is going to be when we declare our independence. We don't know who it's going to be. Like, we're not making this country tomorrow or next year or probably the year after. It's going to take some time. So we have no idea who the president is going to be. And not only that, it also depends if the United States is going to last at all. Just to be honest. So, here's a better look on what the places look like in Lavender and Federal Floyd County. So, we got a bunch of places here, a bunch of places there. Now, of course, you can see a lot of different things now. Of course, we got Owen CDP right here. Now, up here, we have Bartholomew CDP. That is where our one of our citizens are. It used to be up here in Johnson County, Indiana, but she relocated back down to Bartholomew, so now Bartholomew is part of our nation now. Down here in Allen CDP, we have we have two citizens down there. That's what we have. Over here in Grayson CDP, all the way in Texas, we have one citizen that's over there. And then, of course, we stretch all the way out west. All the way in Oregon, in Tillamook CDP, we have a citizen over there. And then all the way up here in that little square dot right there, that is where we have our first and only Canadian citizen located. So, basically, this is what the Queen of Manix claims look like. These lines are just there to show off the lines. That's all they are. They're not roads or anything. So.
They're just all little connections.
Yep, that's all it is. So now, obviously, for people that don't understand, we don't claim all of the lands that you see. Those are just lands that we have jurisdiction in. That's all. That's all it is. But if you want to get specific, we own 54 acres of land in here in this county, we do not own any land over here. So in Lavender County alone, we only claim 54 acres of land, and in Floyd County, we own 2,000. We own over 2,000 acres. I'll just go with that because I'm pretty sure we're not at 2001. So yeah, we own we own just around 2,000 acres of land in Floyd County. So in total, we own 2,054 acres of land because we're just fortunate to have a citizen to have that much land. Alrighty, now to stop sharing that. Good, my camera's is being good today. Alright. Okay. I guess we'll go on to executive orders now, and then we'll begin with the agenda of the day. Well, all of this is the agenda of the day, but we're beginning to go with the last step of the agenda, which is to procedural bylaws, because I got them done-ish, sort of. They're done. They just need to be voted on now. Of course, I make the final decision, but I just want to see your all's opinion on it, because this is what I want to implement in our council. And yes, you're going to have to do a lot of studying on them. It's not a joke. You're going to have to study a lot. Because the procedural bylaws currently is 6 pages long. So it's not a lot if you're a fast reader, but if you're a slow reader, it's kind of a bit, but not too bad. It's about 6 pages.
I'm not slow, so yay.
Yeah, it's about 6 pages long. To most people, it's not bad, but be prepared to probably not understand a single word of it. So that's why give yourself a chance to practice, because I am going to be using the gavel a lot, and no one is going to speak out of turn a lot either, because that is part of the thing. So, but anyway, let's move on to what is this thing? Oh, that's my bill. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, let's move on to the executive orders that are currently in place. Okay, the ones that are currently in place are Executive Order 4, Executive Order 3, and Executive Order 6. Those are only 3 executive orders that are currently active. So let's begin talking about Executive Order number 3. Alrighty. Alright. Executive Order 3, an executive order from the Prime Minister of the Queen of Manix regarding the creation of the Census Bureau in the executive branch of government. The Census Bureau. Part 1, I am creating the Census Bureau to oversee the population count of our nation and its federal counties. 2, it will have a total population count, total national death count, population count by ethnicity or nationality, and population by federal county. Part 3, it will be taken charge by the Secretary of the Census Bureau to run and oversee the operations of the Census Bureau. And Part 4, the Secretary of the Census Bureau shall only report to the Prime Minister for any changes to the Census Bureau or anything in his or her jurisdiction. This executive order was signed on June 22nd of year 2022. So, Senator Bree, what do you think about executive order number 3? Do you think it should be kept? Do you think it should be amended? Do you think it should be rescinded?
Honestly, I think we could probably keep it for now, unless other representatives or whatever thinks we should probably change it. Other than that, I think we could probably keep it.
Are you talking about the other senators?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we could probably text them to see what they decide on. But at the moment, because of how I want to run our Privy Council, if you're the only one here, then you're the only one that gives me advice. Therefore, your vote's the only vote that matters, in all honesty. So, All I do is make the final decision and go by your all's advice. So, since you're the only one here, by your advice, what do you think we should do with Executive Order 3?
Honestly, I think we should keep it.
All right. Well, hopefully this year we'll finally get a secretary as the Census Bureau. All right. In that case, I will send it to the people to see what they think, and we'll go on from there. All right. Let's move on to Executive Order number 4. That is not Executive number 4. This is Executive Order number 4. All right. Executive Order from the Prime Minister of the Queen of Manix regarding the encouragement of having citizens volunteer to donate soda cans to the government and have government officials be obligated to do so. Donating soda cans. Part 1. This executive order shall have the executive officers. Oh, it is only the executive officers. Okay, good. Offer citizens a large cardboard box or plastic container that we are obligated to pick up once full to be filled with nothing but only crushed soda cans of any kind. 2. This order will encourage citizens to donate soda cans to the government so we can smelt them down to aluminum 1-pound bars to produce a source of income for the Queen of Manix. This executive order was signed on June 30th of year 2022. Senator Bree, do you believe that this executive order should be kept as is? Should it be amended with something new, or should it be rescinded?
We're already implementing it ever since you created the smelter, so I think we should keep it as it is because it's working so far.
All right, I agree with that. All right, well, in that case, Executive Order 4, it will be kept as is and it will be sent to the people for their opinion. All right, and this one is for Executive Order 3. Okay, there we go. All right, let's move into the last executive order of the day to talk about. That's Executive Order number 6, which has changed everything. All right, Executive Order from the Prime Minister of the Queen of Manix regarding the enforcement of the Privy Council's duties. All right, Part 1, the Privy Council, which is composed of the Prime Minister and 5 senators, shall function under this executive order. Part 2, all executive officers shall become senators of the Privy Council. 3, all executive orders that created departments for the executive branch, except for the Census Bureau, are hereby dissolved and rescinded. Part 4, Privy Council procedures shall be created separately from this executive order, but whatever is written on the procedural bylaws shall be abided. 5, procedural bylaws can be proposed, amended, and repealed by only the members of the Privy Council in accordance with the procedural bylaws. Number 6, the Prime Minister shall preside over the Privy Council, but shall not have voting power, but has final say after the Privy Council has concluded with their decision of advice to the Prime Minister. Part 7, all jobs, quote unquote, in the executive branch will now be classified as separate roles, quote unquote. Part 8, each senator will be assigned multiple roles by the Prime Minister. Part 9, this executive order will rescind after we have reached a population of 40 adult citizens. This executive order was signed on November 30th of year 2022. Senator Bree, what do you think that Executive Order number 6 should be kept as is, amended with something new, or rescinded?
So far, from what I've read, I think it should be kept as is. So far, everybody has already adjusted to the new executive order, and they've adjusted to the series of roles that we've been assigned to. So I think that it should be kept as is for now, until the people says otherwise.
All right. In that case, I am going to go with your advice because you're the only advisor here. So I'm going to go with your advice. I agree completely. So Executive Order 6 is hereby kept as is and will be given to the people for their opinion. All right. All the executive orders done. All the fancy reports are done. Let's see, is there any other news to talk about? I don't think there is. Actually, let's talk about citizenship real quick because I don't remember talking about it last year. I probably did, but I'm going to do it in case I remember. So we have dual citizens now. We have dual citizenship now. We have made another agreement with Begley last year to have dual citizens. So we have a dual citizen treaty. So that and of course Begley, that's our first dual citizen treaty ever in the Queen of Nix now too. So Begley has been honored as like the first nation to actually have more than just a recognition treaty with us at this time. So Begley has made it dual citizens. Two Begley citizens have become dual citizens with Nix. Well, one so far, one is supposed to be. We're still trying to wait on him to decide that. And one of them is the president of Begley. The other is the interim president of Begley. But they are aware of the rules that because of them being government officials, they are not allowed to be government officials in Nix while they are in office in their nation. That is our terms and conditions in the treaty. So, with that said, we have made dual citizenship treaties with other nations. We have made dual citizenship treaty with I'm pretty sure they're all written in the document. I'm pretty sure they are with Pennsylvania Federal Republic. We are in talks with the Dominion of Vancouver Island and the Pennsylvania Federation in dual citizenry. We got an agreement for dual citizens with the Sovereign Municipality of Ameristralia. They were a little bit skeptical on how we do our treaties and such. They believed that a treaty wasn't necessary, they just would allow it in general. I agree with them, but it's just for formality reasons. That's the whole point of it. I mean, it's not going to have any real teeth to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just being recorded for record, basically.
Yeah, pretty much is really what the treaty's for. But I'm respecting his sovereign lord on the decision of that, and therefore I have made a separate citizenship application specifically for Ameristralians. Which is nothing majorly different. It's all got the same things. However, since a treaty is not necessary when an Ameristralian come to us to become a citizen of Nix, we're going to give them that specific citizenship application. That will I don't know. Let me see real quick so I can be specific of what that application is, because it ain't different from the normal one. I think there might be one different aspect to it that makes it different. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. Because I don't think I made it any different, but we'll see what it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, the only difference with this one and the original one is that the extra thing is under the requirement statement under all the information is also signing this you agree to the following terms and conditions of becoming an Australian Nixie. So, for example, if an Australian doesn't know what the terms and conditions are, by looking at this application, they now know what they are doing. So, but with other citizens from other nations, they will eventually, on the spot or later day after day, they'll find out information about, oh, so this is how I become a Nix citizen. Okay. So, or yeah, I can become a Nix citizen now. So, but Australians are, it's not that complicated, but at the same time, I just don't want them to be misinformed or have a misunderstanding somewhere where a mistake could happen that might be bad, but not majorly bad, but bad. So I decided to make a whole separate application just for Australians, just to help them out a little bit. Nothing too drastic. I'm also making proposals on adding and subtracting from the new citizenship applications while we're not getting citizens currently. So that's what I plan on doing with that. But yeah, so other than that, I can't think of anything else. Shadow Metropolis is back alive from hiatus.
Alrighty.
So yes, the constitutional monarchy of Shadow Metropolis has returned to the community. They plan on doing their governing in real life, then on Twitter mostly, which is a good thing. That's what we're trying to do anyway. I'm hoping to get in talks with them. They are back in the MA and the USO, so that means I'm hoping we can get some USO talks done. I really want to get the USO to be a little bit more active than the MAA is. The MAA has been quiet a lot lately. I think it's literally because of the lack of optimism and maybe confidence of the current Secretary General, or it could just be the everyday life of a person that has to do something in real life than what to do on Messenger. But I mean, we've been having plans on trying to meet in real life for years, and we haven't done it yet. So we're gonna try to figure something out. If I have to, we'll have to. Yeah, we'll just have to figure something out. I don't know. And then, of course, another thought just appeared in my head. I think we just found our solution. I'm gonna have to talk to Begley later. Um, so you probably know what I'm talking about. So we're going to. I think the last thing on our agenda tonight. I'm pretty sure it's the last thing, but the last thing on our agenda tonight is the procedural bylaws. Yay! Get ready for that because it may be 6 pages long, but it's gonna look long to you. So get ready. All right. So let's see. Now, of course, I've separated them with bylaws and procedures. They are a little bit different. Bylaws are like specifics on certain things. The procedures have things on how you're supposed to do it, what you're supposed to do during this time, what you need for it to move. Is it debatable? Is it amendable? How many votes are needed for you to do it? So that's basically what that is. Bylaws just have specifics, and we'll see what it goes on from there. Okay. Copy link. Get out of that. Get out of this. Get out of that. Da-da-da-do. I have no problem sending this to the executive chat chamber because everybody knows we're in the executive meeting. So, alrighty. Let me know when you have it up on your screen. I'll put these together. Here we go. Let's see. All right. I'm assuming that's a yes because you're reading it. I can tell you're reading it. All right. All right. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. But anyway, so the Privy Council procedural bylaws. So the bylaws have two parts with alphabetical sections to it, which is fairly simple. The Prime Minister presides over the council. Let's start over again. Bylaws. Number 1, positions. Part A, the Prime Minister presides over the council. Part B, the Privy Council takes a seat. Part C, the Prime Minister bangs the gavel 3 times to begin the meeting. Part 2, in session. Section A, the Prime Minister does roll calls to see who has attended the meeting. Part B, begin the meeting with national reports and or issues. C, revise the executive orders on the days they need to be revised. D, discuss what issues need to be fixed or discussed. E, discuss anything involving executive action. F, Privy Council members vote for what they think is the right decision. Then the Prime Minister makes the final decision. G, when the meeting has reached the end, the Prime Minister will call for a vote to adjourn. If a majority vote is reached, then the meeting will adjourn. H, when a discussion is involving individual citizens that are not public officials, the Privy Council shall go into an executive session to protect the privacy of individual citizens. And I, when the session is finished, the regular meeting continues to normal. Executive session, there's a typo there. When the executive session is finished. Yeah. All right, procedures. Part 1. Or no. Title 1. Title 1, to adjourn. I won't lie to you. I'm probably not even gonna read a lot of that actually, because that's a lot of things to say. However, what I will do to show transparency to the people